Stampers, and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. Today I'm showing you this fabulous sample using the new Carols of Christmas stamp set, which is out as a pre-release of the holiday catalog. So this is out in August, as well as the coordinating Framelits, which are the card front builder Thinlit dies. So this bundle is out in August as a pre-release for the holiday mini catalog that's coming out in September. So today I just wanted to show you how I created this amazing card using the fabulous little images of the greeting in the center as well as the poinsettia. And the poinsettia actually has these coordinating framelits. So this little framelit actually will die cut out that poinsettia. So what I did is I started with a piece of very vanilla cardstock, and then I layered on a piece of Tranquil Tide. So the Tranquil Tide measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Next I took 2 pieces of the Eastern Palace Specialty Designer Series paper with that gorgeous gold on it, and these measure 3 3/4 by 1 inch. So I'm just going to go ahead and place those on the very top and the very bottom of our Tranquil Tide, making sure to leave that nice little border and also making sure that both of my images go up. I guess you could always do one up, one down like that, but you just want to make sure that you decide what to do with your direction on that prior to sticking it down. If you do happen to stick it down though, you can always use some nice little dental floss to shimmy the adhesive off of the back of that. So next up I have a piece of Very Vanilla, and this measures 3 1/4 by 3 3/4, and I went ahead and stamped the Deck the Halls in the center of that. Then I'm going to take the image of the leaves, so that's this little image here, and I'm going to just stamp those in Tranquil Tide on each of the corners. So on this corner I'm going to have the leaves peeking out. On this one I'm going to rotate them around and falling off the edge. This one falling off another edge, and then this one kind of in the corner a little bit more, so just like one little leaf. So I just kind of switched it up a little bit so that they're not all exactly the same. And then now for our poinsettias, I have a strip of scrap Very Vanilla, and I'm just going to ink it up in real red and stamp down our poinsettia. So I want to give a little tip and trick on some of this because I had a little bit of some crazy time trying to figure it out the first time I was using it. So you'll notice that there's this little arrow or this little extra added piece to the stamp, and usually Stampin' Up! Does that to assist with knowing where to stamp it up so that you can match it with the framelit. I rotated my framelit around a million times and I couldn't seem to get it to work. So what I got to work, I used a little bit of a Sharpie marker to help me for the future. So whenever I was looking at the front of this, I noticed that the 4 little dots were angled, and that the flower was actually straight up and down with the top petal and the bottom petal. You'll also notice that this framelit does the exact same, and it measures up just perfectly. So I took a little Sharpie marker, and I'm not so sure if you can tell because I did it very lightly, but there's like a dot of blue at the top and at the bottom where those 2 petals are, because I wanted to remember that this was the framelit that I wanted to use, because there are 2 different framelits for that corner of the poinsettia. So I wanted to make sure I knew it was that one and that those are my up and down images. The other thing I did is I took the stamp and I lined it up to look just like this, and it ended up being a little off from where that arrow was. So I actually took my Sharpie marker and I colored the foam on the edge of that. So this is kind of inky, but you can see that blue dot that I did on the foam? So that is the dot for these 2 petals to go straight up and down. You'll notice that the top petal has 4 little branch pieces coming out, and the bottom one has, I think, 6. So that's how I knew where my top was. So then after I stamped it, I knew to line up those blue little dots on my Framelit straight up and down with that image, and then I could easily find out how I needed to die cut it out every single time. So I just start on the far left side, die cut that one, scoot it over until I have all of my poinsettias. So I surely hope that that helps you with die cutting out your poinsettias so that it's much easier and you don't sit around trying to figure it out for a long time. So I hope I can help save some time for you there. So here now I have die cut out all my poinsettias, and I'm just going to add those next to all of my leaves. And so I used the little mini Stampin' dimensionals to pop these up and give a little bit of texture. I actually probably should have put this on my card prior to doing that so it's not as bumpy when I'm adding my adhesive, but that's okay. It still works. So then I'm just going to add this right in the center. It's going to overlap over that designer paper just a smidge, and make sure you line it up to where all of the edges here are all nice and seamless. So there's that fabulous poinsettia with a little extra gold bling on it using the Carols of Christmas stamp set as well as the card front builder thinlits. Don't forget that you can actually get this bundle and of course save 10% in August before the rest of the holiday mini catalog comes out in September. So don't forget to check that out. Of course, I'll leave a link down below so that you can purchase that bundle this month. And I'll be posting pictures of this on my blog, laurastamppad.com, so you can check that out there, as well as lots of other great samples. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new by clicking down here, and check out some of my other tempting technique videos that I post every Tuesday by clicking over here. I'll see you all next time. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.